Forget gurus. Forget anyone claiming to be an online business expert without going through the challenges of entrepreneurship themselves. The Real Money, Real Business podcast is here to prove the best insights in online business comes from your fellow online business builders. We dig into stories of entrepreneurs selling their business on the Empire Flippers marketplace so that you can learn how they made their business profitable, how they overcame obstacles, and what lessons they learned in their online journey. If you want to take your business and your knowledge to the next level, you've come to the right podcast. Let's get started.
Hey everyone, Michelle here with another great business to discuss on this episode of the Real Money, Real Business podcast. Today's guest is Chandra, who's selling a display advertising business on the Empire Flippers marketplace. Welcome to the show, Chandra. How are you today?
I am very good, thank you. And I hope everybody's doing fine.
Yeah, I'm doing great today, and I'm really glad to have you here. I'm looking forward to learning more about your business. It's a really exciting model with a lot of potential. But before we dive in, let's go over a brief summary of it. It's a display advertising business in the social media niche created in March of 2020. The average monthly revenue for the business is $163,345, and it makes an average of $162,180 per month in net profit. Included in this sale is a primary domain with all site content and files, 11 additional app domains, 10 Facebook pages, and a custom domain redirect module. For everyone listening, you can visit empireflippers.com/marketplace and search for listing 56714 to learn more about the business, or you can unlock this listing to start your due diligence if you're interested in purchasing this asset. So Chandra, now let's hear from you. What can you tell us about your background in building and running online businesses?
Okay, I have been into online businesses and content marketing from like 2013-14. Me and my partner Mujahid has been running websites from that time.
And how did you come up with the idea to start these different businesses?
We met on a community page, both of us, and we thought that our content and our thoughts match. So we started growing communities together.
And so why did you choose this business model?
We were good at growing communities, so we just kept going on with that. We didn't particularly choose that only, but yes, it was complementary with the growth of the communities we were doing.
So then did you start with Facebook and then create sites around that?
Yes, we definitely started with Facebook and then created communities over there. And then we started giving traffic to our websites from that.
Wow, that's really interesting. I've never actually come across a business model like that. It shows you the power of social media. So
yes.
Why have you guys decided to sell the business now?
Because we have been really busy with blockchain project we are handling and also some other projects like a real estate project. So not giving enough time here. So we thought that for a good price, we would let it go.
Well, that makes sense. So you've got other projects that you have lined up. Is there anything that you learned from this business that you'll apply to your future projects?
Definitely a lot of things that we would like to apply to our new and the future projects if we ever create something similar to this. It would be creating a community space on the website itself, giving it a more community type of to allow users to interact with each other, plus the submission.
That's an excellent way to do it.
Yes. Also that they can submit their own content, so we never run out of content. And we always have something for them to keep themselves entertained there. Third thing we would like is a newsletter. We could have built a really, really huge newsletter with the amount of fans we have and the amount of audience we have had on the website. So that's also a point that we have started working on that. We will be building a newsletter very soon. Fourth thing that we will be focusing on is the influencers. Like we would be hiring more influencers from the community to share our content, and we give them a revenue share from Pinterest and Facebook, both of them.
And while you were building this website, did you happen to come across things that didn't work that you may have had to change your approach?
No, not really. I think the things were quite smooth. Like we knew what our community is like and we kept working around that.
Yeah, we just spoke to a content creator a few weeks ago on our podcast who was saying the same thing, that, the importance of community in building a business is something that a lot of people overlook. And I think your business is sort of proof that this approach works, is when you're really connecting with your audience and you know what they want and you build that sense of community and that sense of trust up from the beginning, how well it can go when you're building a business.
Yes, actually, yes, social media is really powerful and we have been using them for the best.
And so you were saying earlier about where your traffic comes from. So the majority of it all comes from social media, or are you expanding into other areas?
We have recently started to expand it to other areas as well, like Pinterest. We have been contacting different Pinterest influencers to give us traffic. We have already started working on different areas.
And what do you currently do in terms of marketing other than contacting the influencers?
No, nothing. That's it. And also we have been, interacting with different people from a quite long time. So we have contact.
And if you were to keep your business, what are some ways that you would try to grow it?
More influencers, a community design, more interactive design, plus the newsletter is the top three things that I would be definitely doing in coming months. And I will also try to do the organic part, like where we can get the organic traffic.
And can you describe for us the amount and the type of work that you do on this business for maintenance?
It's very easy for me. I scroll my newsfeed most of the times. Anytime I see a link or a content or piece of content that might work with the communities we have, I keep it in the drafts and send it to the writers, to the freelancers, and they create content around it. Any photo, anything. It takes 2 hours to me find the content and send the content to them and publish what we have sent yesterday. So it's just like 2-3 hours religiously to it, to getting the content published and sending them the new content.
And what skills or requirements are there, do you think, for someone who's not familiar with your niche or your business model?
There are no particular skills that are needed, but yes, if you are very much, it's a flow. It's kind of a flow. Like you have the communities that you have selected, and then you have to keep going there and keep checking the content they have posted and work around it. Like, for example, I go to Reddit daily, and there are some Reddits and subreddits and communities where I take my content from. I compile them into a very good article or something similar, and then I keep going to that community again and again. So you have to just observe what's working and keep going on that.
And what do you think are the biggest risks with this business that a buyer should be aware of?
The biggest risk that you don't hit the content part that great. Like you just have to be very specific with what is working. If you keep consistently keep providing the good content to your users, then there is no risk.
And Chandra, would you commit to a non-compete with a buyer?
Yes, I would commit to a non-compete. I would not be competing with the same person who I am selling the business.
And how much support are you offering buyers?
I can offer them a few calls and email support for a month or so. Yes,
All right, great. Are you open to negotiating something like an earnout?
we would be open for it, but yes, preferably I would be more interested in taking it all at once.
And putting yourself in the shoes of a buyer, why do you think this is a business worth buying?
Well, one thing that is very much established and the hard parts are already done. Growing the communities have already been done, and each and every community that we are offering is a brand itself. It's just not one brand, it's 10 brands for you. You can redirect it to the audience to any business model you want. Every community is very much active and they are pretty much always good source of traffic for anything you want. Second thing, that the dashboard we offer for the influencers is already ready and set, that allows you to offer them revenue share. Third thing is that a redirect model. So on social media we have redirect model. For Pinterest we have a different model which allows Pinterest influencers to have a unique link for their own channel, so our main domain is not affected anywhere. This redirect module is very good, I think.
And is there anything else that you'd like to share about your business that we might not have covered?
I guess we have pretty much covered it all.
Wonderful. Well, thank you very much for your time, Chandra. It's been a pleasure to learn more about you and your business.
And I would like to, I could have elaborated more.
Okay.
But yes, if for a potential buyer, I would like to definitely discuss it more if they are interested.
All right, wonderful.
Whatever part they want me to demonstrate more, I can, do that.
No, that makes sense. Yes, on your buyer seller calls.
Yes.
All right, everyone. Thanks for listening. To learn more and see if this listing has already been sold, head over to empireflippers.com/marketplace and search for listing 56714. If you're watching this on YouTube, click the link in the description to go straight to the listing. Once you've unlocked this listing, you'll be given everything you need to know about this business. So until next time, enjoy your digital journey.